Severe weather and hot temperatures, that's what we're talking about, giving you the latest weather community. My name is Michael, here to update you on the latest. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So we have severe weather that'll be happening today, as you can see on your screen. Areas will be in the enhanced risk as you get into areas of the Midwest, slight risk in the surrounding areas of the Midwest. So around Chicago, you're going to be in this severe weather threat today. Marginal risk going to be in effect for areas like Tennessee and things like that of that nature. We have a widespread severe weather possible today, as well as Denver, Colorado. Tornado threat going to be mainly around Chicagoland, and then that wind threat is going to be very significant around Chicagoland. We're going to have that slight risk that's going to be in effect there for areas of Chicago. Well, the 30% for Chicago, and we're going to have the hail threat for areas of Chicago as well. So we need to watch out for the areas east of Denver as well. As we get into tomorrow, we do have a severe weather threat. It's going to be a slight risk. This is going to be areas for northeast Georgia, upstate, South Carolina, eastern Tennessee, into almost the entirety of North Carolina and almost the entirety of Virginia, the Delmarva region, West Virginia, Kentucky, and areas of New England. So this is going to be a big severe weather threat as we get into areas tomorrow. Tornado threat going to be mainly around the areas of northeastern North Carolina and the areas of the Delmarva. Wind threat going to be in effect. Going to have that red wind threat that's going to be a 30% wind threat just north of Charlotte along areas around the Delmarva region as well, south of the Delmarva areas of Virginia, as well as our hail threat's going to be north of Charlotte as well. So tomorrow is going to be an interesting day of severe weather threat. We have a severe weather threat. It'll be around just north of Atlanta, north of Augusta, along Columbia. That's going to be our marginal risk. Areas that are going to be our slight risk are going to be Charlotte, Greenville, Fayetteville, Raleigh, Winston-Salem, Knoxville, Richmond, up to Virginia Beach, up to Washington, D.C., up to many areas, up to Philadelphia, Baltimore. Many metropolitans will be under this slight risk of severe weather tomorrow, as well as that wind threat in some metro areas being under that. Greensboro, Winston-Salem, into Charlotte, into Raleigh will be under that red wind threat as well. So we do have the threat today of severe weather, which is going on in the Midwest. And we'll do a model run here in just a second to show you what's going on up there near Chicago. But let's talk about some temperatures. This is going to be the HRRR model, the 06Z run of that. We actually can get the 12Z. Let's do the 12Z. Some temperatures will be happening in the south. We have a heat wave that's going on for multiple parts of the country. I'm going to use the southeast right quick for a second. As you can see, these major areas. And here's a look at our heat map. Now, this is not going to be the exact temperatures, but going to be close to it. As you can see, look at Memphis, Tennessee, getting those high temperatures there. As you can see, the temperatures of near 103 degrees, and we're just going to have that pattern stick around for a little bit of our heat wave. Look at the middle part of the country that we have to deal with these temperatures. 102 degrees in Oklahoma City, and it's just going to be hot in multiple areas. St. Louis, Missouri, and 90 degrees. And even if we get to the far northern areas of the country, look at areas of Rapid City. Pay attention to that temperature right there as it continuously get hot, 101 degrees. So multiple areas expected to get hot, and that's something we got to watch out for. We do have the extreme heat warnings and watches that are in effect for multiple parts of the country, so that's something we got to watch out for. Speaking of watches and warnings, let's look at that right now. Right now, we have extreme heat warnings in effect for majority of the middle part of the country. Heat advisories are in effect. They've extended some heat advisories to areas of southern Georgia into the low country of the Carolinas, that'll be South Carolina, just southwest of Charlotte. Extreme heat watches in effect for areas near Tallahassee. That's something we got to watch out for. Heat advisories extend down all the way to near, I think that's Daytona Beach. Extend down to Orlando, so that's something we got to watch out for. Extreme heat watches in effect for areas of New Orleans. Heat advisories and extreme heat warnings scattered across multiple parts of the country. Right into this area, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch that is starting to pop out here in the Midwest, and that's the severe weather threat we were talking about, and I'm going to get into in a second. Severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. That's going to be areas of Iron Mountain, Armstrong Creek, things like that, Eagle River. So if you're in that area, you do have the severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm warning here as well as you get south of Harrisville. So that's something we got to watch out for as well. So we're going to look at the HRRR model run today. Let's see. This is going to be where our severe weather threat, the most intense part of the severe weather threat, is going to try to set up at. So here's a look at the HRRR model, and we're looking at the 12Z. And you just see a lot of showers and thunderstorms, and it's just going to continue. Look at those showers and thunderstorms right there. So as for today, we're going to be seeing showers and thunderstorms going to be moving southward of Chicagoland area. Any of these storms and shower and thunderstorm activity could very well be some tornadoes. Look at this composite reflectivity. So really, it looks like it seems these showers and thunderstorms that are moving through today will move areas to the east, giving it that severe weather threat for areas of Delmarva and areas of the Carolinas. So actually, it looks like the way we're looking at this HRRR model, I wouldn't be surprised if we extend that slight risk down just further to maybe the low country, to areas like that for shower and thunderstorm activity, even potentially having a risk on our Wednesday that'll be more severe than what it is, or things like that. But a lot of things could change over time. Look at the RRFS model. It's good to look at the reflectivity here, and as you can see here into areas of Chicago. This is going to be Wednesday. Look at those showers and thunderstorms. Look what the RRFS does. Brings a whole bunch of shower and thunderstorm activity here into areas of Chicago. And I'm just going to stop it right there. Look at these. Each individual one of these could be tornadoes, severe thunderstorms. Look at the purple. You can tell that these are strong storms moving through the Chicagoland area, areas of Davenport. We continue to speed it up here. This is Monday around 1 p.m. It's probably, remember, this is summertime, these storms. It depends on what time, the timing on this may not be correctly, might not be correct. As you get into areas of Chicago, look as we get to 3 p.m., these storms start breaking up, becoming more widespread into Indianapolis. Now you have scattered storms into 8 p.m. They start splitting up, and then 11 p.m. we have our last few bit, and then it's going away. Now, as far as the eastern parts of the country, we start to build more showers and thunderstorms. This is for a Tuesday now. Look at it all disappearing, but as the New England area comes through, and then look at those storms firing back up. A whole bunch of storms moving to Greensboro, Winston-Salem, into Knoxville. Look at this line of storms into Charlotte, going on down into the upstate, losing that severeness, but you can still see this is a line of storms moving into the low country, into areas of Charleston, and then it's gone. So I wouldn't be surprised if the slight risk got extended, but they do lose that severe characteristics there. As you can see, that's what the RRFS model is showing. So we are expecting multiple severe storms for multiple areas. I'm going to move out here towards Denver because we do have a severe weather threat that's out there. Look at today. Those storms are firing up for areas around Denver. They start dying down towards our Tuesday, and then they fire right back up around Denver. So this is really a pattern that's happening. These storms come through, they dissipate by night, and fire back up once again the next day. So we're going to have a continuously firing back up of severe storms. That's something we got to look at. And it's going to be a lot of storms, a lot of severe weather. That's why you need to have a way to get those alerts. Right now into Denver, Colorado, air quality alerts are in effect. Air quality alerts in effect for the Northwest as well. Now, as far as the tropics, we're looking good right about now. We're not really seeing anything. Now, we do have a Category 5 hurricane that is happening out there in the Pacific. And I think we do. Do we have an island out there? By a Category 1. Could be that tropical storm will be entering probably that area. So near Hawaii, we have that hurricane. And then we have these tropical storms out here, and Tropical Storm Dolphin, that's what it is right here. Expected to possibly get stronger in the areas of the Western Pacific. So right now in the Eastern Atlantic, rather, right now in the Western Atlantic, we're not dealing with anything right now. And we're going to look at our model runs going on here, and we're going to see our future runs just to see what we could be looking at in the upcoming days. So right now, we have shower and thunderstorm activity, no doubt about it. Actually, let's have it so we can see our low pressures, actually. And as you can see there, We have a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity. It's moving on out. As a matter of fact, there's something interesting that just happened there. Pressure that's right over here in New York, which resembles sort of a nor'eastern type situation. There's just not any snow, but that low pressure is rolling off those northerly winds, as you can see right over New York. So that's a possibility of something that could happen there. You can see there that right around later this week, we get a low pressure, sort of, but we're going to see if that's possible or not. We just had the low pressure. I wonder what was that about. Let's see. All right, there we go. Low pressure right around New York, and then it moves on out later this week. And as far as the tropics, we're not seeing any spins going on out here expected in areas of the Atlantic. That was our Euro model. Let's look at the GFS. And the GFS sort of gives us a low pressure right over New York, but it doesn't really like the idea of a nor'easter. It just dissipate. Well, there goes the low pressure there again, so it's very well possible. Um, we have a lows just moving around, and then look at that low pressure there. Just a few lows, not really any tropical. Well, that's just spins in the atmosphere. It looks like, but no, nothing really major except for the potential of a nor'easter happening here in New York. Remember, no snow will be expected, especially this time of year. So we're not seeing any snow right now, but the potential of a nor'easter is possibly there. As you can see, the low pressure with those northerly winds moving in the eastward direction. Now, as far as precipitation across multiple areas, let's see what the precipitation is, because we're going to have a lot of rain here for multiple parts of the country as we get throughout the days. Here's a look here. We already have an inch of rain here in New York. As we get by the end of the week, look at all of this rain popping up for areas of Florida. This is not going to guarantee to happen, but areas of Florida, well, that's now into August now, and we're getting very far out, but that's just something we got to watch out for. A lot of rain expected in the next upcoming days with these shower and thunderstorm activities, though. My name is Michael Kier to give you an update on the latest on what's going on. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you out there in the weather community.